Culture Crew, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Kulture Kids Storytime. The story I'm going to read today is one that's near and dear to my heart. You see, my daughter and I have read this story so many times that she has it memorized. It's one of those stories that it teaches a great message and a great moral, and it's really fun to read. So let's dive in to The Fisherman and His Wife by Rachel Isadora. Long ago, there was a fisherman who lived with his wife in a pigsty by the sea. One day, the fisherman caught an unusually large flounder. "Please spare my life. I am not a fish, but an enchanted prince," the flounder begged. Surprised that the fish could speak, the fisherman let him go. When the fisherman arrived home, his wife asked for the fish that she could cook for dinner. The fisherman told her about the flounder. "Did you not wish for anything before you let him go?" she asked. "What would I possibly wish for?" the fisherman said. We live in a place that is small and stinks. Go tell the enchanted flounder I want a hut," the wife insisted. The sea was stirring when the fisherman returned. "Flounder, my wife has a wish," he called out. "What is it?" the flounder asked as he swam near the shore. "A hut," the fisherman answered. "Go then. She has it already," the flounder said. When the fisherman arrived home, his wife said, "Husband, isn't this much better?" "Yes," the fisherman answered. "Now we will be happy." And they worked for a few days until the wife said, "This hut is still too small. Go, husband, and tell the flounder I want a stone castle." The fisherman knew this was not right, but he did not want to argue, so he went. The sea was green and murky when the fisherman called to the flounder that his wife had another wish. "What does she want now?" the flounder asked. "Alas, she wants a stone castle," the fisherman called. "Go then. She has it already," the flounder said. When the fisherman arrived home, his wife asked, "Is this not beautiful?" "Yes," the fisherman said. "Now let us be content." The following morning, the wife decided we should be king of all the land. "But I don't want to be king," the fisherman said. "Then I will be." "Go tell the flounder I must be king," the wife said. So the fisherman left with a heavy heart. The sea was dark and frothy when the fisherman called to the flounder that his wife had another wish. "What does she want now?" the flounder asked. "To be king," the fisherman said, frightened. "Go home. She is king," the flounder said. The fisherman went home and said, "Now, wife, there is nothing more to wish for. I am king, and you are nothing but my husband. Go tell the flounder I want to be emperor over all the lands," the wife ordered. The sea was black and boiled up from deep below. The fisherman trembled when he called to the flounder. "What does she want now?" the flounder asked. "To be emperor," the fisherman called. "Go, she's emperor," the flounder called back. The wife was emperor. "Are you not satisfied now?" the fisherman asked. "No," the wife said. "I am emperor, but I want to be pope too. Go immediately and tell the flounder." The sea roared as it rose higher and higher. The fisherman was very afraid when he called out to the flounder. "What does she want now?" the flounder asked. "To be pope," the fisherman answered. "She is pope," the flounder shouted. When the fisherman arrived home, he said, "Wife, you are pope. Now let well enough alone." But as the sun rose in the morning sky, the wife said, I want to be God. Go tell the flounder at once." The fisherman was horrified. "I cannot ask the flounder to do this," he begged. The wife fell into a rage, and so the fisherman left. The sea rose with waves as high as mountains when the fisherman called out. "What does she want now?" the flounder shouted. "She wants to be God," the fisherman cried out. "Go to her," the flounder called. When the fisherman arrived home, There was the old pigsty, and beside it was his wife. And that is where the fisherman and his wife lived from that day on. This story cracks me up. This woman wanted everything. She wanted the fancy house, the titles, the power, and she even wanted to be God. And what ended up happening was she had lost everything in the process. So the moral of this story is, as you're climbing that ladder, you have to be grateful for what you have. Because the moment you're not, it can all be taken away and you're back at square one. I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Kulture Kids Storytime. Tune in next time, guys.